Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you guys here on this 18th, Thursday, the 18th of April, 2024. Thank you for tuning in. Now, we got a lot of stories to cover today, but listen, where is the system kind of going to break? Because the Fed now, at this point, this stage in the game, they are talking about they're going to be tighter for longer. They haven't got inflation under control. They're still into this fight. They say the underlying economy is strong, is what they say. It's not really strong. It's a lot of fudging the numbers and manipulation, like new jobs being created and taken up by people who wasn't even in this country very long ago. The whole thing is a house of cards with the commercial real estate market. The banking structure is unsound, but on top of all that, they got this veneer that makes it look like it's, and so for a lot of people, it makes it look like it's better than what it actually is. So now they're cocky. They figure, hey, you know what? We've got away with it up till now, and they cheer each other on, tell each other, hey, the underlying economy is strong, the American economy is strong. We can continue with this. So now they're not only talking about no rate cuts in 2024, but they're actually talking in terms of maybe a hike in rates. So where's it all going to break? Because it is going to break, you know. It's going to break in the bond market. Let's get in there and let's take a look at some of this stuff that's going on. See this explosion right here? At least 13 people died instantly when you see that big bang right there. That was it. Where? In Ukraine, in a city that I have trouble pronouncing, Chernihiv, I guess. So the war in Ukraine is still ongoing. Russia, I'm expecting that when the ground dries out, and I'm talking about this for a couple months now, and the ground is starting to dry out now, I'm expecting that the Russians can get their tanks in then, at that point, when the ground dries out. Now, you know what? This must have been really something to see. An elephant roaming through the streets of Montana. Right through the busiest streets. Sound of vehicles braking, spooked by a circus elephant while she was getting a pre-show bath. So they're giving her a bath. And the pachyderm broke through a fence and took a brief walk, stopping noontime traffic on the city's busiest streets. So her name was Viola. And there she is, strutting through town. Yeah, now, why this is unusual is can you imagine seeing a big pachyderm going down the street and through traffic and stuff? So, like, you're not in Africa, for crying out loud. And, you know, those things are impressively large when you're close to one. Look at that car. Look how much higher it is in that car. And it weighs a lot more, too. Now, Biden is urging Congress to end the impasse and send aid to Israel and Ukraine. And it's been a while now. And Ukraine is starting to run out of everything. You know, I can't remember now exactly how many $1 billion a month that Ukraine needs in funding to keep going. Was it $30 billion a month? Something. It was an astronomical amount. I can't remember how much it was. I remember it was big, how much Ukraine needs every month. And so you either send them more money or The alternative is that they don't get it, I guess, and things turn sour on the war front. Iran warns of a shift in nuclear stance if Israel threatens their atomic sites. It says Iran has warned Israel it is likely to review its nuclear stance if atomic facilities are threatened, as tensions rise following the Islamic Republic's weekend drone and missile attack on Israel. It says Tehran may reconsider its nuclear policy. Well, just thinking about this for a minute. When I read this article this morning, I was thinking about it. I said to myself, wouldn't that be convenient? Let's just say someplace in Iran right now, they've created it already. You know what it is. And say they got it hidden underneath the ground there. Wouldn't it be convenient for them to say, hey, you know what? We've reconsidered our nuclear policy, and now we decided that we're going to have them. But maybe they already got them. I don't know. I'm just poking it out there, you know. Wouldn't that be convenient? We got a lot of stuff going on out there right now, and it's kind of like a little bit of a quiet period going on right now, where we expected an attack from Israel on Iran as payback for the attack of Iran on Israel, but it hasn't come. Kind of reminds me of that thing, you know, that cartoon, Family Guy, where, was it Family Guy? I think it was, yeah, where that dog, they got Brian or whatever, and that kid, you know, Stewie, and Stewie had a slap coming from Brian, and Brian was holding it back, and he was just to frighten Stewie. Anyway, listen, never mind that. We're going to move on here and see what's going on in the markets now. And silver prices today. 28.31. It's down. It's up 16 cents on the day so far. You know, if gold keeps moving in the direction it's moving in, upwards, seemingly leaving silver behind a little bit, because silver was this price quite a few days ago, and gold's continuing to trudge forward. I think it's up over $2,400 where it was. Silver always follows gold, and it can follow it. It can move actually faster and higher, quicker than gold. But gold right now is leading the way. Silver's tailing a little bit behind now. Gold's making up a little bit more room ahead. So we could see some explosive moves to the upside on silver. You know, I mean, moves of maybe, in the short term, moves of maybe over $1 a day to the upside. But you know, I told you guys about those $3 days. They're coming. They're in our future for silver. Not here yet, but it's still in the future, but it's coming. And that's when silver's really going to be on its roll, you know, when it's broken free entirely. Possibly there's a shortage out there and so on. That's when it's going to have its $3 days. Now the gold price today is $23.80 according to this. It's up $20.50, which is a fairly large move. It's almost 1% move on gold today. Taking a look at cryptocurrency today, Bitcoin is at 63,900. So Bitcoin's starting to move just a little bit to the upside again. What was it yesterday? 61 or something? 60, almost 64 now. Starting to move back up toward the $70 mark again. Ethereum's at 3,082, and it was in the 2,000s yesterday, high 2,000s yesterday. So it's gained 100 or two on Ethereum. And XRP is at 50.46 cents. Now the Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 299 points today at 38,052. And taking a look at our Crude oil is at 82.39. It's down 30 cents. Well, things are kind of quiet in the Persian Gulf region and in the Middle East right now, just for a day or two, while Israel's deciding what it's going to do. And on that quiet period, we see oil coming down just a little bit, a little hair. Things heat up in the Middle East. Well, we could see the price of crude oil explode to the upside. But I mean, that's already kind of high, you know, $82 a barrel. Now, taking a look at our Treasury yields here, you see the whole yield curve is moving up today, and the 10-year has moved up 4.6 basis points to 4.63. This is where she's going to break, guys. This is where the whole system could break, right here on this debt market. I've heard rumors that the treasuries could go no bid and nobody to buy them at a certain point, and you know, they're going to have to keep producing with no buyers. I mean, it comes down to the last buyer of last resort, and you create a loop there between the Treasury and the Fed, you know, and you can create a money loop there where the government is the buyer of last resort. You know, the Treasury is the buyer of last resort, and the Fed is the seller of last resort, and they just basically just spin the money out. But they're not going to do that right now. They're going to do that once the problem is created. And what's the problem going to be? The problem's going to be when they go too far with what they're doing right now, these tight monetary policies, and the system cracks. I'm amazed they've got this far in. Honest to gosh. And they've got rates this high, and they've got the debt, the what they have to pay on the outstanding debt of the country can go this high and still maintain the semblance of a good economy. Now, I'm not going to argue that fact. I don't think it's a good economy, but they're maintaining the semblance of a decent economy, and they're able to say, some people are actually able to fool them into thinking we got a strong economy right now. So this enables them. As long as things don't crash out of bed, this enables them to be tight. But I think the pressure's building, and I think when it does crash, it's going to crash really, really fast at this point. And the question mark is when. And then what are they going to do about it? Taking a look at the U.S. dollar index today, is at 106.06 today, and it's up just a tad. The dollar's riding high and riding strong right now on the dollar index. Thank you guys for listening to my show. Like and subscribe, and you guys have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.